Hey everyone, it's Igal. I really wanted to talk about people pleasing because it's basically a soul crusher, not gonna lie. It hurts, I've gone through it most of my life. I still have the essence of it on me, but I learned to make boundaries just like many other people have. You'll see tons of people in the world, either before they used to ultra please people and now they got the boundaries, or they just didn't have it. You'll see there's many generous people in this world, kind, honest, great people that they they don't crush themselves to do good for others. And I don't want to make this like, I don't want people to feel that if you do a good thing, it's not good. That's not the point of this. The point of what really is people pleasing. You don't want to do good for somebody at the expense of yourself. If you're extremely tired and you want to do a favor for somebody, but you're literally about to fall asleep, are you really going to do it good? Like, you're probably going to do a disjustice to them because you're doing something when you're extremely exhausted. You're barely functioning because you need that sleep. You need to get up the next day really early. You have to do what's right. They, at that moment, probably should, they can figure it out. They can. Or there's another way. And the people pleaser perspective on this exact situation would be, I'm a terrible person, I didn't help them, or I hope they don't hate me, or this person may never want to be friends with me again, or something similar to that. So the more outside of people pleasing perspective, when you kind of get the boundaries set up, I'm sorry, I couldn't help, I really apologize, I didn't do it on purpose, something happened, the other person understands, life goes on. That's really what it is. It doesn't have to be a lot more complex than that. People understand, especially if they're good people and they know who you are and you have a great bond and they're not manipulative or egotistical or any of that. They're going to completely understand. So I had to bring that initial example up front because I really wanted to be clear in case somebody may not know what people pleasing really is. The name of it is there, but not everyone can really connect it. So hopefully that helped. So now I'm going to bring a lot of different traits and different situations, basically, of people pleasing, and hopefully this will allow people to be more self-aware of it happening and then be able to keep going and aware and kind of limited. So like I said, you're not limiting your generosity, you're not limiting anything, really you're expanding your boundaries is really what it is. So here's the traits. So one, you don't want to put your self-worth in the hands of other people. If somebody is manipulative and they want to judge you terribly because you made one mistake, or one time you couldn't meet them or something, choose your situation similar to that, no, they don't get to choose their self-worth. It's called self-worth because it's your worth. You determine it. And if you do great things, and many times people do people pleasing, they have great intentions, but it can bring pretty toxic outcomes if it goes wrong, which I'm going to talk about later. But basically, you do good things, you're a great human being, you have self-worth. I don't care if I know you or not. If you do good, you deserve self-worth, period. No one's going to take that away from you. So that's one. Two, you don't want to live in constant doubt of, people, which is kind of like what I just said. You don't want to always be worrying like any one action you may or may not do, or you didn't answer the text fast enough, or something is going to cause it worse. Cause it worse as in cause a negative, you can call it reflection of what that person thinks or anything like that, but I guess it's similar to what I said. So there's that, and then now there's also losing your individuality. You definitely don't want to lose your individuality because you are unique and your perspective does count in life. And everyone can learn from each other's perspectives. We don't all have to be like-minded. Obviously, it's a lot easier to connect with people who are like-minded, but it can be good to also hear other people's perspectives. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, you don't want to lose your individuality because you think that if you're introverted, someone else is totally outgoing, and you think that that's going to score you the best life and best friends and Audi car, I don't know, whatever. But no, you have to understand what you are as a person and expand on that. Introverts are not worse than extroverts, or in other words, people who are a little more shy, people who want smaller social groups, they're not any worse than somebody who wants massive social groups. It's just different. That's really all it is. Even if the public looks at it different, It's not. Like, you're not a bad person for choosing a smaller social group. That's just what it is. It's your choices and it's fine, it's respectable. So don't try to be somebody else because you think they'll approve you or it'll make you a better person. Lots of life regrets and wasting time in life. Sorry, I couldn't read my writing for a second. If you people please your entire life, you're going to regret a lot of your life because you're going to think, wow, I could have gone so much farther if I had put just a few little limits and maybe I gave myself more time to develop my art skills or my science skills or my communication skills or interblank skill here. So pretty much, like I said, what's possibly going to be the first thing or one of the first or more impactful things that are going to happen when you drain yourself for other people as a people pleaser? You're taking your expansion away. You're not going to be growing, not mentally, spirituality, any of these ways. You're just not, because you don't have time for it, because you're living your entire life doing things for other people, so you can't. So you need to give yourself time, and this can go for even a family. It can give time to friends, can give time to children, give time to everybody in balance and fairness. So definitely you don't want to live life in regret. It's a very dark, painful feeling that no one should go through. Now, blocking yourself from finding your passions. If you are 100% doing everything for others and you're not giving yourself proper time, this is what's going to happen. This is you. This is your passion. People pleasing is this giant wall right in the middle. Your antenna will not go across with that wall because this wall is so solid that the radar cannot pass through. You're not going to be connected to yourself. You're not going to be connected to figuring out what your calling is in life, what your passions are, and that's bringing more regret because later on you may somewhat find it because you'll say, oh, that person did this and I really want to do it. Should have done that before. Couldn't. So there's that. Another one, you'll be mad because you'll have moments of thinking, I'm just done, or I don't want to help people. Some people call this resentment. I call it a little different. I call it you'll be extremely in a dark place that you don't want to be. And obviously, if you're watching this video, I shouldn't really say these things in future tense. I don't wish this on anybody. I don't intend that in any way. This probably has already happened. If you're watching this because you've done people pleasing a lot, you've already experienced these things. So apologize for that mistake. It can keep it retroactive. You felt these, and I wish for everyone to never feel these pains again. But really, if you people please, you know the extreme, terrible feeling that you feel like you have a cloud raining on you, where you think, wow, I don't want to help anybody. This feeling does not mean you became cruel. It doesn't mean you became, sadistic or any of these things. It doesn't even mean that you became antisocial. It means that at those moments, you are just like a phone with 1% charge. You don't want to be in that situation. It's extremely painful. If you've been in there, I totally feel for you. It's soul crushing, honestly. But as you get through understanding these and kind of more recognizing it, you'll get out of these. You 100% will get out of this. You'll get strong. You'll get those boundaries. You'll get an awesome, magical Disneyland status life that you always wanted. So I really had to bring that in during those times, though, the really painful moments of don't want to help anyone, don't want to talk to anyone. Give yourself time, space, listen to music, chill out, do whatever gives you peace. That's kind of the best way to get through that. You can't really rush it. So that's the unfortunate thing, but it's fine. The other one, I did mention this before. There's going to be a manipulator. Actually, I made so many takes of this video, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, kind of all blended. But basically, for every people pleaser, there will be a manipulator who will try to sadistically steal their energy and use and abuse them. So you will find better friends, you will eliminate, and I mean that just by you just going to disconnect from bad people in your life. You're going to get, some call it the higher energy people, higher energy frequency. You'll just get more like-minded people. You'll get people that you can really connect with on a great level, and that's what you really want. no one wants to be connected to people who will just use them. That's life. It hurts. No one wants that. So definitely you escape a lot of manipulation and pain when you learn to make these boundaries. And another one I wrote is you'll be mentally blindfolded from making better friend choices and seeing who is unconditionally there for you because you're busy people pleasing for people who don't care. I now realize why I wrote that in such a long block. I didn't want to miss a point on that. You definitely don't want to hit a point where you're so deep into this. And by the way, if you are super into this exact situation, you'll be much more aware after this or anytime that you hear about it, or you'll just get these senses. Your senses, your intuition will get much stronger the more you immerse yourself in figuring if this is happening in your life. And basically back to that point is that yes, you will literally mentally be blindfolded, because the thing is, you are, let's say example A, you may just really love these people, these 3 friends of yours so much, and you're willing to do everything for these people, but these people may not be the best people for you, or let's say even one of the 3 may not be the best. You may end up liking this one who's not doing the best for you in your life more than the rest. Or if it's all 3, you're just in this kind of vicious cycle where you're doing everything for them, and it's just pretty brutal. You don't want to be there. You're not going to be able to completely see if maybe over here someone amazing is waiting to be your friend, because you're here trying to please all these people who don't care about you. So, I have this talk so much with my friends because we've all had so many instances of this. I honestly think that everybody in the world has gone through this, so just to a different extent. But my friends and I, we have these talks so much of people who've used us and all these things. And it's good when you share this with people because you understand and you see how you can really kind of prevent it from happening in the future, because manipulators and stuff, they're going to have these common traits to them. So you'll be able to recognize it pretty fast. And really, you can think of this actually in another way. If you have this much space, just take this circle as an amount of space. If this is the amount of space you have for friends or for coworkers or whatever, and let's say this is filled or mostly filled with people who are not good or will not vibe good with you and will not cause you to do good things in your life, any of those, you don't want to fill this up, because what space do you have left for people who can resonate with you and get great experiences with you? So you have to eliminate and take out the people and let them go on with their life to find people like them. Or if they're manipulative, just let them go out. You don't need that in your life. Fill it with better people. Connect in, disconnect the bad, connect in, and fill it like a strong orb of happiness. People who are great with you. That's what you need. So that one, had to read that whole thing out because it was very important. And this one, I reference this a lot. I don't know if it's worth saying, but I'll say it anyway. People pleasing it's basically just an unnecessary heavy load on your life, and it's just not worth it. So you definitely don't need that. The big difference, like I said, possibly in this or one of the million takes I did this video, being kind and generous is different than being a people pleaser. Being a people pleaser is basically you are making yourself a servant to other people without considering yourself. And that's not fair to yourself. You deserve happiness, you deserve to make it and have great, great experiences in your life. Another thing is that people pleasing, it can cause physical pain. And I don't mean this in, not just in the way where there's abusive relationships. I mean this also in the fact that if I'm so busy trying to please people and I got to that wipeout mark that I was mentioning, where I'm just strained and I can't look at anybody, I don't want to be around anybody, that whole thing, you drain yourself mentally so bad that you can physically stress yourself out physically so bad that you can actually experience physical pain. There's a big, big mind-body connection, and it is very true that if the brain is suffering, the body will suffer. So you don't want to get sick. You keep your health strong, solid, and just be that guide of happiness for other people. Once you get out of this, you can help other people get out of it too. So make everyone's life very, very good. Another one is, yeah, I wrote this. It's a vicious cycle, and it honestly, it really is vicious. And I don't want to say in any way that, like, you know, if there's any age that this will become permanent. It's not. It's a matter of setting the boundaries. This is ageless. This can happen from any age. It can also be prevented at any age, and it can be reduced and eliminated at any age, and a person can restore all their happiness and put some boundaries and enjoy their life at any age. So there's always hope. Never give up. Definitely want to make that a highlight over here. A little bit, you know, tips on how to get out of this. It's like I probably said 6,000 times in this video, set some priorities, boundaries, a little bit interchangeable in this point. If you put a boundary that, you know, you can't make it to a certain event if someone asked you, but you gave them, you know, give them proper notice. Don't just wait and say last minute, oh, I'm sorry, with all these negative feelings inside stirring up like soup. You don't want that. You just, you know, can you come? I apologize, I can't. And I'm not saying just go randomly do this to people. Like, if you really can't do it, then you can't do it. You know, what can you do about it? But give people notice ahead of time. Don't just let the pain kind of sit there and lurk. You don't need that. Besides that, give yourself a little bit of time if someone asks you a favor. I know it can be an instinct. You know, it happens. We have moments where someone's like, hey, can you do this favor? And you're like, oh, yeah, I can do it. You don't know what it is, though. You know, give yourself time, think, feel, see, and don't be afraid to say, you know, I need a little bit of time, or say possibly I might, but let me look into this. I don't want to give you a guaranteed answer. Just make the essence and the reasoning. You cannot give a guaranteed answer. If you totally can, cool, but like, you know, if this is something big, you really need to consider other people, maybe your family or, you know, other things you had going on. Give yourself time. You know, no one's going to be mad at you for this. You have to make things work, and it can work out for everyone. Another one is this one, and I really am asking of all of you watching this to spread this one to anybody you've ever seen who's people please. You know, if you felt this, don't be afraid to lose fake friends or manipulative people. Do not be afraid. These people don't mean good for you. You don't need them in your life. Let them go on to do their life. You have your life to worry about, and keep in great bonds with the people who genuinely care about you. And you will definitely be so much more self-aware the more you immerse yourself in this. You'll know who those people are, and you'll be extremely happy to be around them. If you don't have anybody right now, there is people, you know, there's no judgment on this. There's people who they don't have friends at the moment. There's people who have a lot of struggles to find a friend. I promise you, you will find friends, and you're going to find awesome friends. Friends that you could have not imagined how awesome these people are. They flow with you. It's going to happen. Trust me, I'm not just saying this. I'm not doing this to get a like or anything. I'm literally doing this to help people. That's the point. That's my passion. That's my calling. I want to help people. It's why my videos now are kind of getting longer. The real estate videos were a little short, off topic, but basically this is a very deep topic. I'm giving it the necessary time, and I'm hoping to not bore people out, so I'm doing this as smooth as I possibly can with as many takes as it takes, because I really want this to be effective. Do not fall for the traps of fake people. Don't lose yourself for others. You know, you have every right to enjoy your life, and you will make this, and you'll get great, amazing friends. And trust me, you will radar find these people. You know, they're there. They're sometimes just right next to you, you just don't always see it. But they're there. Another one, you know, I've said this a bunch, but you'll definitely develop really, really strong instincts from, I'm not saying I'm magical this video, just immerse yourself. Like I said, articles, other videos, you don't like my flow, that's fine. Somebody else's video, just get the variety, get the point of it, and however it flows to you. So, you know, someone else speaks it in a way that makes more sense. I don't know, maybe I blabbed or something. It's cool. Everyone's got their style. So, no harm done. Just work on it and don't let this drop. And finally, I know this is a very sensitive topic to many people. Some people will never go to a therapist. You know, that's fine. Psychologist, therapist, however you want to call it, that makes it, more comfortable in the way you see it. Basically, I went to therapists, I still go, it helps a ton. Sometimes it is that boost a person needs to open that mindset to understand what's going on. Not every therapist may work out. I know people who one shot found an awesome one. Luckily, I did. Others, they don't always. Not their fault. Find somebody who flows with you. Everybody deserves to have happiness, and look, it's a world to enjoy. We didn't come to this world to suffer. That's the main thing. So if you feel more comfortable talking to a friend or talk anonymously to people, whatever way, if you really need this, if you feel that you're extremely having a hard time to get out of this, like if you need an anonymous way to talk to people, you can drop a comment on my video, other people's videos, maybe other people can pitch in, help each other reply, boost the morale, we're all in this together. That's really going to be a big part of my channel. I really do see that a lot of videos I'm going to make now are about these kind of things. So I really want to make it, totally a free zone. If you guys want to write in there, cool. I'll try to help, and I'm sure others will too. So definitely find whatever flows with you, whatever you feel can make your life smooth. And if that means a friend, relative, maybe a distant relative that's cool with you, but you just didn't talk for a while, it's sometimes these things make really strong bonds between people. So definitely, I wish the best for everyone. I always do, and really from the heart. I did not make this 21-minute video because I'm just trying to get views or whatever. I'm just trying to help people. That's my part. If I can get a bunch of views and I can do this as a full-time job, awesome. Seriously, the main part of this is to spread positivity. Another inspiring channel, if you guys need it, is Jay Shetty, Jay space Shetty, I believe. Hope I didn't spell it. This guy's amazing. He was a monk for a while. He learned amazing skills. Definitely watch his videos. Massive inspiration for me. I was outright crying, and this guy helped. His videos, they hit every point that somebody needs, and it's just exactly what you could be looking for. So totally related. I'm not sponsored by nobody. This is just me giving the outright truth, outright honesty. I don't seek to lie to anybody. I seek to help. That's my passion. That's my calling. Hope you guys love this video. Any comments, drop them over there. Glad to hear it. And hopefully see you guys next time. All right, thanks. Bye.